Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us understand what is pre-training and what is fine-tuning. So let's say I am creating a model. By using this transformer architecture, let's say I have created a model based on my requirement. I choose what layers I require and I am not using other layers which I do not require. Let's say if you consider real-time models like famous models like GPT model or BERT model, the BERT model actually uses this encoder layer only. By using this encoder layer of this transformer model, that model is created. Whereas coming to GPT models, they are created by using this decoder architecture of transformer model. Let's say in similar way, in real time, let's say you created or we created a model based on our requirement. Let's say that is this model. Let's say that model is this. Let's say I have a specific need. Now, let's say I've designed a transformer architecture that fit for my use case, that fit for my specific use case, and based on that, I've created this model. Now, let's say I provided some input to this, and do I get the response? If I provide this input to this model, do I get the correct response? No, this model do not have any training to provide this response. This model do not have any prior knowledge to take this input and understand this input and provide us the response. So we must need to train this model same like a human. We need to train this model. Let's say if a human just born today, then do he have any knowledge to perform engineering tasks? No, he does not have the knowledge to perform engineering tasks. Then how can we make that small kid as an engineer? First, first what we do, we need to educate him generally. Then based on our requirement, we will specialize that person to specific domain, right? With a specific domain knowledge we want to specialize that person. That knowledge will provide to that kid so that he can able to become a professional in that domain, and he can able to provide us the responses based on the input or question that we provide to that kid in similar way. So this model also happens. This model also, we need to train this model in the similar way as well. So let's recap it. So let's say if we want to create an engineering, we want to create an engineer from a student, then what we do in our childhood days, we will learn general concepts and knowledge like all the subjects we will learn. Then after growing we will study engineering, right? Yes, only particular domain we will pick, and in that domain we will become specialized, right? Yes. So how a human will be trained, how a human will be trained in this? First, we will provide some general knowledge. Then based on the specific task, we will provide the professionality of that specific task by the knowledge, by providing the knowledge on that topic, right? Yes. So in the similar way, so how we are trained in the similar way, these models or whatever the model that we create, those also gets trained in a similar way. First, we need to train that model with general general knowledge, and then we need to train that model for specific for specific task. So these two stages we call differently. This first stage, that is, we are training for general knowledge, right? Yes. That training for general knowledge, that model training for general knowledge, we call it as pre-training. Whereas after this pre-training a model, this model will get some general knowledge. Then after, for professionality in performing a specific task, for to provide professionality, or you can say to adapt the model to a specific task, what we do, we again train it with specific task data. Then that type of training we call it as fine tuning. What is that? Fine tuning. So what is pre-training a model? Training a model for general purpose knowledge. Whereas what is fine tuning? Training a model to adapt the model to a specific task. So let's write the purposes as well. So what is the purpose of this pre-training? To provide general knowledge, general language knowledge to our model. We do this pre-training. Whereas why do we do this fine-tuning? To adopt the model to a specific task. To make it professional in performing a specific task, we are doing this fine-tuning. So in order to do this, in order to perform this pre-training or fine-tuning, we need to understood how much amount of data we need, right? Yes. So as a child, during his secondary school education, how many subjects we will provide to him to learn? All the subjects, right? Yes, we'll provide maths, science, social studies, as well as English, as well as the languages like Hindi, Telugu, will provide. Whereas coming to professional level, what do we provide? We only provide a specific subject which he want to become expert, right? Yes. That is very less amount of data to become professional after having a general knowledge, right? Yes. So during providing a general knowledge, what we are doing, we are providing a lot of subjects, or you can say a lot of data we are providing. So in a similar way, while training our data for general knowledge purpose, or to provide general knowledge to our model, we need to train with a huge amount of data. If we consider an example, then Wikipedia. In order to pre-train our model, in this pre-training, we use large data sets like Wikipedia. So here, even training for pre-training, a large amount of compute resource we need to provide. In real time, we might do not have that much amount of large compute in order to train our model with large data sets like Wikipedia, like some billions of data. So we most preferredly avoid this step. We directly take already pre-trained ML models because they already have general language knowledge, right? Yes. Then we use it to fine tune. We use it to fine tune to specific task based on our requirement. Let's take an example. I want to do sentiment analysis for the tweets. So during that case, what do you do for this fine tuning? You take a pre-trained model already available, and then what you do? You just take this task specific data set. Now in this case, tweets you will take for doing sentiment analysis, and you will fine tune your model with that tweets however you want to. However, you want to train your model further for fine tuning. Like that, you will train your model with the tweets data. Here, since only task specific data, so small amount of data sets are enough for this. That is, this task specific small amount of data sets are sufficient. Compared to here, pre-training, the fine tuning is the fine tuning require small amount of data sets. So it even require less compute. So on your local machines also you can able to perform this fine tuning. And even this fine tuning may finish short duration, that is within hours to few days this fine tuning got finished. Whereas coming to this pre-training, it takes days to weeks. So since that much amount of duration is required, because we need to train Wikipedia related whole data with our model, so that's why it requires this pre-training require large duration as well. If we consider the use case as well, these pre-trained models are useful for general purpose like question and answering chatbots, question and answering chatbots, and for sentiment analysis, sentimental analysis, and much more. You can use it for multiple other cases as well. Whereas coming to this fine-tuned model, it will be useful for specific task only based on our fine-tuning, based on what data we will fine-tune this model. For that particular task only, these fine-tuned models are useful. If we consider one more parameter like layers trained, in this pre-trained model, we can able to train all layers. That is from scratch, we can able to train all the layers. Whereas coming to here, under fine tuning, some layers are already trained. We need to train only last few layers. Whereas here already all layers are already some layers are trained in fine tune model, and we need to train only few layers which are left. Whereas coming to pre-trained, these are here, this is the starting point, that is no layer is trained till now. We need to train all the layers from scratch in this pre-train, in this pre-training layer, in this pre-training model. That is, we need to train from scratch in this pre-trained models. Whereas in these fine-tuning based training, some training is already done, that is general based training. We need to train only domain specific or task specific training. That's it. So this is mostly all about pre-training as well as fine-tuning. I hope you understood this video and you got a good knowledge regarding the topics of pre-training as well as fine-tuning a model. I hope this video is useful and helpful to understood these two topics. If you feel this video is useful, then please comment your feeling on the video and please like to encourage me to do such useful videos, and please subscribe to get such useful content, and please share if anyone require to share this knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye guys.